guys, welcome to Wide Family Farm. You know, not a lot is going on right now. We had woken up to some plants, a lot of things like drying out and not working very well for us, and then it snowed. So we have heat going on. We don't have a greenhouse quite yet. And the thing is I wanted a greenhouse with the money that we're getting from the government, whatever. But we had to be mature about it and be adults and pay some bills. So I don't know when we'll get that greenhouse. Hopefully by the end of the summer we'll have that set up. But I was out here the other day, and a lot of the plants that were on this porch were wilted. And it wasn't a good situation. I had started some loofah gourds, and those are kind of like a tropical plant. So, and they actually just popped up. So I'm like, oh crap, I better get some heat or something on them. So we got a heater going on in here. It's just enough to keep it above freezing because it is snowing. And then we decided to put a fan on in here to keep the air circulating. We noticed that, our soil and stuff it's just staying damp. I planted chives the other day. Still nothing has popped up. And I planted onions maybe a week ago or so, and they still didn't pop up yet either. However, I'm going to flip the camera around and show you the onions that I do have are doing really good, and they had popped up, and I'll show you my loofah gourds as well. We had thought about it, and we talked about it for a while. We didn't know if we wanted to start cucumber plants, because cucumbers do have really... they don't like their roots and stuff to be touched. But we had always gotten them at the store, or we always got them there. So I'm like, well, how come they can transplant their cucumbers and nothing happened? And so we decided to try and start some cucumbers ourselves. So I'll flip around and show you the camera on that. This is just mainly an updated video. A whole lot is not really going on as of yet. I still haven't been outside to really show you the garden. It snowed, like I said, it snowed all day today, and that's something, yeah, it's April, but it's still something that we weren't expecting. So we're kind of dealing with that right now, but I'll show you what I have so far. Okay, so, I did king tut peas in here. We do have some things going on in the garden, so I'll have to show you that at a later time. Maybe tomorrow. They said the weather is going to be a little bit better. I do have red onions in here on this side, and then I planted bunching onions on this side. Now, I did research on this through M.I. Gardner, and what he did was he just threw a bunch of seeds in here and then just let them grow. So I did a little experiment and decided to do that. However, I did two different ways, and I don't know if you can see here, but here, I'll zoom in a little bit, those are also red onions. So I did it in two different ways, and I was hoping this way I could get more onions. So we're going to try that out. I came out here the other day. I had bought the Baby Dorth Sweet Alyssum from Baker Creek, and I came out here the other day, and this right here, they were all laying over on their side, and I was like, oh no. I'm like, maybe it got too cold out here. So I was worried about that, but now that I look at it, it's doing so much better. I think it just needed water. The table that we have in here is like a little bit tilted, so I think that this section didn't get like enough water. So it was dry. I gave it some more water. It stinks horribly in here because we used fish fertilizer pretty much for everything in here. So it smells like a wet pond in here, but it's helping the plants. So I can't really complain too much. If you can see past right here, this right here is that toothache plant. It's doing wonderfully. I had started lemon balm in there, and if you can tell me what that green stuff is, that would be great. No idea, but I have one little lemon, you could see it like right there in the center. One little lemon balm starting in there. I never have had so much problems with plants before, but this year is an absolute challenge. This is Horehound Mint, and I'm super excited about that. Sorry. This is my slow bolting cilantro. That is coming up. I'm super excited about that as well. And this right here is my loofah gourd, and that is a Kajari melon. We had did a little research about how you need wind in your greenhouse. It makes for a stronger plant. So we started having the fan in here just today. So we started putting the fan in here, and then I have also the heat going on over here. I don't know if you know anything about Thai holy basil, please comment below. I had a heck of a time. I don't know what the germination rate was at, but I had planted a bunch of seeds in each one of these pods, and that is all that has popped up so far. And kind of made me sad a little bit. I have no idea what this is. Oh, okay, we're good. See, I got a little bit of mold on these sticks. That is like something that we're never going to do again, is I'm not going to do popsicle sticks anymore. They get moldy, and if it's wet, they get too moldy, and it's not good for your plant. So I'm not doing that again next year. You live and you learn a little bit. This is hummingbird mint right here, and it's supposed to be, I'm going to plant that in the garden. It's supposed to be really good for hummingbirds. And this is my Genovese basil, and that is actually, I'm really surprised that that popped up like that. So it's doing really good. I'm going to try and move in a little bit further here. That is my dill, and dill is super easy to start. Wasn't expecting that. So I had pretty much every single dill that I had planted had popped up. These are a Cherokee purple, and one thing that we did wrong, and I will tell you this straight off the bat, is basically we left the lights on. In the beginning, we left the lights on all the time, and what we think has happened is that it took all the phosphorus out of the soil, and it's actually, you can tell in this one, it has turned some of our plants purple. So we did a little experiment. We cannot find fertilizer with phosphorus in it. And so I had some bulb soil, like bulb tone, and I read the back of the package, and it had a ton of phosphorus in it. So we mixed some soil right here, and we experimented it on just a couple of our tomatoes to see if it does a difference. And if it does, we're going to mix it with the rest of them. We didn't want to do it just to all of them and then have something happen. Yeah, this is Amish paste. And word on the street is Amish paste is a very fickle tomato plant. But it's so good for canning, so we're having issues with that too. We got curly leaves, we got, just a bunch of issues with that as well. In the back over here, we got a lot of peppers going. We have broccoli, but that Chinese broccoli, I don't know if we have given up on it just yet. It doesn't look too hot, and it's getting floppy, stemmy, or whatever they say. Leggy is the word I think I'm looking for. And we can't plant it because it's snowing. So just got some issues with that. And then over here, I don't know what is going on with that, but that is my borage. Hold on, let me move the camera down just a little bit more here, and I'll zoom in. That right there, the long leaves, that is borage, and I only planted, I'm so glad I did too, because I only planted 2 little cups of it, and it's doing tremendous. Like, it's working. It's like doing great. I have straw flower in there. I did plant little flowers in with everything else. So, you know, they popped up already. I got my queen zinnia, lime green zinnia. I have my purple zinnia. It's all in there. So I went ahead and started those, and I cannot wait to plant those. Now, this is our first year with potatoes, and I don't know if I made a giant mistake or not. Planting these and these. We started out with, let's see, I don't know if you can tell, but in this picture, we started out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stems from potatoes. And we had them in water for a while. So they grew roots, we planted them, and then look at all the starts that we got from that. So now, this is what we just planted them in for right now. Don't know what to do just yet. If we're going to plant them in a 5-gallon bucket, or if we have a potato bed out there. So we might actually put them in the potato bed, not sure. But you can take a look, see at the starts. That is absolutely crazy. I wasn't expecting the potatoes to do so well. So, and we got plenty of starts on them, and they're huge. So we just might plant those in a 5-gallon bucket and leave it, and then put it out in the garden when the weather's better. We got 1 sweet potato that's starting, so we're trying that as well. This is like really stressful. It's not supposed to be stressful, you know, but this year it's just been kind of crazy with weather, and this is the first time we've ever had heat out here. So I'm a little more nervous about the heater, but if it tips or anything, it automatically shuts off. I've used this heater plenty of times for different things. So if it tips, you know, it'll shut off. So I'm, you know, hoping that everything goes well out here and we don't burn our house down. But, yeah, it's just been kind of stressful, you know, trying to get everything planted. Some stuff didn't come up, and then the seeds are kind of expensive and the stuff that you want. So you just, you know, it is a little stressful. This right here, I don't know if you can see it. It's like hovers over top the tomatoes. That is a purple tomatillo, and I cannot wait to get those in the ground. It's going to be really awesome. We do have a few ground cherries over there too, but not as many popped up. And ground cherries are very difficult. It takes forever for them to germinate. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're doing our best, trying to get everything underway. It's just been kind of stressful. The plants aren't popping up. And, you know, we want to do it smart, you know, so we're planting just a few seeds and everything, but you're also, like, if they don't pop up, you don't have as many seeds either. So we're dealing with that. I'm dealing with that because it's stressing me out a little bit. But I want to have a successful garden this year. Last year, it was amazing. I think my husband started his seeds in January. And we had tomato plants hanging around. I mean, they got so tall, it was ridiculous. And we had them hanging around forever. And we didn't plant them until, I think, after Memorial Day. So by the time we actually got them in the soil and everything, our garden was amazing last year. I don't know if you saw pictures of it, but we planted the triple L crop, and it just completely tipped over our trellis, and it was just like, it was like a jungle. And I actually think I have a video saying welcome to the jungle, because it was like a jungle. You couldn't even walk in it without, you know, running into the plant. So I'm hoping that this year everything turns out good. I really want cucumbers. I want that to be successful. So like I said, we just have the heat going on in here, and we're just trying to save our plants. what we were not expecting this type of weather. I mean, I understand it's April and it does snow in April, but this is something that we probably would have seen in December. So, yeah. If you have planted any of these before and you have any tips for us, please comment below because I'm interested in knowing. And I planted the red onions by seed. I know that's different than planting the actual onion bulb. So I don't know if I just have to wait longer or what's going on with that. I did plant the bunching onion in that as well. I'm hoping that they pop up. I really love onions. And this is like my second year where I didn't plant garlic either. And that is like one of my favorite things to eat and grow. And I didn't plant garlic. But I'm going to wait till fall to do that and have them over the winter. And then there's a couple other things too that I got coming in the mail from M.I. Gardner. M.I. Gardner and Baker Creek have pretty much sold out of everything right now. And that's cool. Good for them, but seeds are hard to come by right now. So if we mess up, we mess up. And we probably won't see them again until January. Or until we can get a hold of them. So, but anyway, we got a couple other things to show you. Just can't do it yet because the weather is really bad out there. I'm hoping tomorrow it's supposed to be a high of 50, so I'm really hoping I can get out tomorrow and show you what we did to the garden and what we got going out there. I'm really super excited. It looks wonderful. My husband did such a great job getting everything put together, and we got the raised garden beds in there, and it just looks wonderful. It looks like a professional garden. So yeah. We've just been working hard, and we got the chickens and taking care of them, and then we got a broody turkey, and she never wants to come in at night, and dealing with that. And you know, the ducks are crazy and always are breaking out of the fence because we've gotten too much water, too much rain, and then you know the fence is kind of washed out in some areas, so they're getting under the fence, and then before you know it, we planted grass seed up here, and earlier today I saw the ducks. They were in the grass seed. And so my husband runs outside and chases them back, and so they go back under the fence. But we're figuring it out, and this is our first year with the ducks being like they are. Like, we got them last year, but they were just little babies, and yeah, we were dealing with that, and now they're like full-on mature ducks, and they're kind of everywhere. And we didn't get that many, we only got like 5, so, but yeah. So, if you like our channel, make sure to like and subscribe. We are like 20 away from 200 subscribers, and we really would like to get to 200. We've been working really hard at our YouTube channel and getting the word out there, and trying to get more content. It is a little difficult right now with the weather, and nothing is developing right now, but we are trying to get more content out there. And even my husband has got in on this and has done some videos, and he's not a video person. So we're having a good time doing it. So if you do like our channel, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to hit that like button. And we'll see you next video. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.